This game, it's a game of habit. It's a major mindset game, and he's been able to carry over in to the games what he's been able to do in practice the last couple of weeks.
What'd you like about Amari Abrams' performance tonight?
Well, again, we know what he's capable of, but he still has some. We did take him out a few times tonight because we thought that we need him to be aggressive like he is on the ball, but he was getting driven up top. I think from being overly aggressive, and we're going to put teams when they spread the floor like we played a lot of teams that have done that obviously, and it's going to get down to one-on-one defense, and as a group we've got to get much better at guarding the ball. But Mo's going to help us. There's no doubt about it, and he's trying. I think he's trying harder, and as the reality of the season setting in, and these guys understanding how valuable each minute is, you start getting some separation in terms of the guys that say, if this is what I'm going to have to do to get on the court, I got to do it.
Coach, your team shot less than 30% from three, but still was able to score 99 points. What does that say to you about your team's ability to get to the basket and get fouled when the threes aren't falling?
Well, our post guys, our size is a factor, obviously, in the last two games. Both of those teams, really well-coached teams, but our size is a difference maker. I think other coaches know it coming in. We haven't gotten our own team our guards to understand that yet. We shouldn't start the game without those guys. You combine their numbers there, they're pretty high. You put all those post guys together in terms of what they did, and I thought they really tried to work hard defensively playing against a team that's going to, they should get off there. We thought they could shoot as many as 43s. What did they shoot? And again, some of them with breakdowns, but it's our post guys are learning to do something that most of them have not done, and that's guarding way out there. But and I thought some of our threes I still thought we took a couple tonight that we shouldn't have taken. But
Coach,
to answer your question, we feel like we got to be able to get that ball inside. We got to play inside out.
Coach, JP, he got a double-double on that final second of the game, and he had a little smile back toward the bench. Did you have any idea that he was chasing a double-double in the final 2 minutes?
Well, I'd like for him to do it every game, obviously, but he's done a great job being an offensive rebounder. He's going to have to take that to the defensive end even more. He's certainly capable of doing that every night, and now he's got to get more discipline. Like he left his feet tonight, where he goes flying out of bounds. Where we've talked to him about that, staying down, staying on the ground, more than anything, protecting himself. You start flying up in the air, situations like that, don't want to come down on somebody, but he's capable. There's no doubt. Do we think he should be a double-double guy? Yeah, we do. We do.
Rick, you said you guys know what Amari Abrams is capable of. What is he capable of that you haven't seen yet, and what is it going to take for him to do those things consistently?
We need him to be more consistent, just plain and simple. Just if he'll get more consistent, we know that when he's open, he's a guy that when he takes the shots that he practiced, he's proven that he can knock those down. He's definitely gotten better. He's still learning. You wouldn't think by this time a lot of guys would be there, but truly understanding the details and spacing, that's the two biggest areas that he's going to have to learn and be better and more consistent with is spacing and knowing what we're trying to get done out there.
Rick, why'd you go Dwayne before Jalen tonight, and why'd you wait so long in each half to put Jalen in the game?
Just what we've been watching. It all goes back to practice. Everything we do, and you guys have watched us enough, it's all going to be based on practice, and that's how we make all of our decisions.
I think you mentioned this just a little bit ago, but some of the issues you have defensively with the guys at times, is it more one-on-one defense, or is it sort of some of the rotations getting to places, or is it sort of a combination of those things?
A little bit of all of it. We did a lot of switching. Sometimes we switched it out 1 through 5. Other times we had certain guys switching, certain guys not. It goes back to where communication. We have got to communicate better. We've got to know what we're doing. Like we had a couple, when we were pressing there, you can't let somebody throw it out over your head, and just simple things. All this can be corrected, and biggest thing I think is still some of the guys don't understand the urgency of getting themselves ready before the play happens. I mean, they're just around like, almost like, I showed them that last game. We had too many guys watching the game while the game was going on the court. And just, it's details, it's being alert, high-level alert, because where we want to go and what we're going to face as we continue to go, you're going to have to fight and claw for every single possession. You look at some of the games, I've watched very few of them, but the few ones I have, I mean, there's a lot of good teams out there, and if you're not ready to go, they're going to beat you.
It's led to some of Jacoby's high turnover numbers early this season.
Trying to do too much. You know, first of all, he's just dribbling way too much. Both he and Nate have got to cut that back. They've got to, again, we came out the second half and showed that what we practice works. We're willing to do it. Start of the game, the spacing was bad. I didn't think the mental focus with a couple guys were what it needed to be because they weren't where they were supposed to be. And again, Ethan, star of the game, did exactly what we've told him he can't do, is go in there and leave his feet. And but he's learning. But and I told him, when I took him out, I said, I want you to sit over here and think about it. Because if you don't figure this out, you're going to spend a lot of time over here with us. And that's the way I am. Well, you guys watch it. That's the way it is. And we just can't start the game with our guards turning the ball over. And we've done that 2 games in a row now, especially without the big guys even getting a chance to touch the ball.
The Ospreys head coach and Bobby, he was talking about Chaz Lanier and how special it is to how he's like a rare human, and he really appreciates what Chaz was able to give that program. How special is it to also have Chaz be a part of the Tennessee program and then play his former team as well? Well,
again, we talked about it the other day. I know how much Chaz respects his time at North Florida. I know what it meant to him, and I remember obviously seeing the videos they sent back after he had committed to us, showing his graduation, and just in conversation, I mean, playing for the program meant a lot to him. And the one thing I'll say about Chaz is he's got 2 homes, even though he spent 1 year here. I mean, I know he'd feel extremely comfortable walking back there because I think their coaching staff understands it and they do a great job. And I know in the past their philosophy was, if you're here past 2 years, it's your fault, because they probably adapted to what's going on in college basketball at that level probably as well as anybody. That they know how to coach. They get guys ready, and they play a unique style, obviously, but it's a great style, and they believe in it. And then Chaz coming here, I mean, 1 year is really had a great year, and he's starting to play at the highest level. He's starting to make an impact up there, and I know that the Pistons are happy with him, but it's again, I think he feels like he's got 2 homes.
Rick, you get to see Rob Lanier and his team come in here on Monday. What has he meant to you throughout his career, and how important was he in setting a foundation at Tennessee?
Rob has meant as much to me as any one of our coaches. I mean, I got to know Rob back. I knew that when an opening came at Texas years ago, there was no doubt. I mean, I had one guy in mind and knew that, and it was based on just an extremely strong recommendation from Jim Boeheim. He told me what he thought about Rob, and I'd heard a lot about him from one of my former players, Ryan Ford, and from the time I spoke to him on the phone and got to know him, there was no doubt. And he made an incredible impact and was extremely responsible a lot for what went on at Texas. Came here and was a huge part of what we've been able to build here. And I have so much respect for he and Dio and the kids. I mean, they're grown up now, but he's one of the great guys in this business. He's a terrific basketball coach, always has been. And you know, I coached against Rob my first year at George Mason when he was at St. Bonaventure, and I've just always had great respect for him, and always will.